Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. How are you doing? Why do I sound so angry? I wanted to talk about these life-saving apps. Without these apps, my life would be very messy. It kind of is messy. My life would be messier. In my previous years of medical school, I wasted a lot of time making like paper notes, then making weird notes on my laptop, on like Word documents, just being really messy. And I've slowly been like gathering this little pool of the best apps. Yeah, I don't want to waste your time. Your time is precious. I don't think many people have heard of this app, but it's called Toggl. Basically, this app is super good if you really want to make sure you're managing your time well. The way the Toggl works is that it runs in the background and it essentially like records the amount of time you spend doing certain tasks on your computer. So say I'm scrolling through my notes for 30 minutes, it will record that and then it will show how long you've been doing it for. Then say I go to YouTube and watch a 5-minute video to procrastinate, it will also record that. You can also like manually record what you're doing, so instead of it just recording in the background, you can actually type in like a name and then press play and it will record how long you're doing that for, and you can then press stop when you're finished doing that. You can organize things into projects, so whilst Toggl's been recording, you can then like double click on the little bar thing it makes and add that to a project, and then it color codes it. So you can have a project for studying, then a project for like, I don't know, editing or whatever. The useful thing is that you can then look back at the end of the day, or as you're going along actually, and see what you're actually doing with your time. The way that I found this app really useful during exams was more of a like checking how much I'm procrastinating type of way. Oh, you've been watching YouTube for like 25 minutes. What happens when I don't have that toggle in the background is that I will just click video to video to video to video and it's been like 2 hours and I haven't done what I was supposed to be doing. With Toggl, because it tracks so specifically what you're doing, it makes you feel kind of like guilty about going off topic or like wasting time. It kind of diverts your attention back to what you're supposed to be doing. I wouldn't use it for like everyday sort of life unless I had a project coming up that needed my focus, because I don't like going over the top with tracking my time. Also, for those people who love like seeing how many hours they've done at the end of the day of studying, this is for you because you can see exactly how many hours you've done. Just a note though, the amount of hours you've done does really not equate to anything really. It's more about the amount that you've actually learned and understood. Okay, the next app is the calendar app on your phone. I don't really know if this counts as an app, but my medical school sends us timetable links and we can basically put that into our phones on the calendar app. This is honestly such a lifesaver because it's the only thing which makes sure that I get to the place at the right time and where I'm supposed to be. If your school, like university, whatever, doesn't provide you with these like links for calendar, then I would honestly just manually put your timetable in. That's what I did for my neuroscience year at UCL. All I had was like PDF documents. What I did is I actually manually put that into my phone and that saved me as well. It's honestly just worth the time putting your timetable in and then you have everything in one place. I feel like everyone has heard of this next app by now, but if you haven't, it's called Notion. I started using this app this year and it is a game changer. I'm so glad I found out about it. Basically all my friends were using it and I just wasn't using it. I looked at them using it and I was like, wow, that looks like super useful. To be honest, at first it was like a tiny bit unfamiliar, but it's really easy to get the hang of. This app is the only app I use for my medical school notes now, like the notes that I actually study from and my main set of notes. It's efficient. You can organize things so clearly and you can search for anything so fast. Like you can just type into the search bar ulcerative colitis and you will find all of your notes on that, and it's just so good. Another thing I like is you can literally copy and paste images from Google into it. Like that's probably a really basic function, but I think that's really useful. If you're doing any sort of job, degree, like creative thing, anything that needs some sort of organization, like a plan, notes, anything, use Notion. It will make things so much clearer. I think in the past I was someone who used to use like a lot of random Word documents and try to organize it into folders on my desktop. It was just a mess. I would never go back to them because it'd be so confusing to navigate. I think out of all the apps that I'm talking about, Notion is like one which just really can improve your life. The next app is Notability. If you want to quickly jot things down, if you think the notes are going to be messy and you're like in a lecture or something, then use Notability, and then at the end, or when you later have time, then like write things up nicely in Notion. I think Notability is good like when it has to quickly be written down, when you're busy, when you want something lightweight like your iPad, then Notability is good. Notion is definitely better for like your clean, final, like, you know, nice condensed set of notes. The last app I want to talk about, which I think is quite popular as well, is f.lux. This app dims your screen at night time. It kind of takes some of the strain off of your eyes. Apparently it helps some people sleep better. I don't really know if it does that for me, but it definitely does take strain off my eyes. Guys, I already have bad eyesight. Like, my glasses, honestly, the number gets bigger and bigger each year. I need laser eye surgery, I really do. What was I saying? For someone with eye issues, f.lux is really good. And actually, if you don't even have eye issues, if you have perfect 20/20 vision, still get f.lux because it will take strain off of your eyes. And just when your screen dims into that nice, like, I don't know if it's nice, but that darker, more like yellowy orange color, I actually can feel sometimes my eyes relaxing and feeling less strained. So those are all the apps I want to recommend. I do just want to say though, guys, like, please listen to me. This is my piece of advice. These apps should help you and, you know, make things easier, make your life easier. But I think there's this weird like trend on YouTube now of productivity on crack. Please balance your study time, your work time, and your relaxation time. That is so important. That balance is so important. If you don't have that balance, it's going to start affecting you. You're going to start to feel bad, pressured, overworked. Also, it's really important to develop as whole people and not just develop one aspect of ourselves. If you focus on productivity, studying, like grinding, whatever you want to call it, you are only going to develop in a very one-dimensional way where, yes, you might be excelling in that area. The other aspects of your personality, like your relationships with other people, your own personal characteristics, they're not going to develop in a complete whole way, and you're not going to end up being a well-rounded person. You can still be productive at times and then relax at other times. I hope these apps are useful. Please try them out if you haven't. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!